Hello, this is Mary from the alumni. I know you can't see me, but I was trying to do this video so that you can see what I'm doing. And I don't have all this technical equipment to do this, so we're just gonna go with this. So I sent off some information about Japanese Kumihimo weaving. And here, this is like one of the weaves that I've done. And here's another one. And another one. And so these are like two color ones, this orange and white, blue and white, and then this was, as you can see from the strands here, is a few different colors. So for now or today we're going to focus on the two colors. Like I've got this one started, and it's a purple and a green. And Japanese Kumihimo weaving is ancient Japanese weaving that they used with silk. It was originally made with silk, and they used it to, the samurais used it to strap their armor together, hold their armor together. Anyway, I first learned it from Leona Boiselle, who's an alumni member and a member of the Calgary Eagles, and she's pretty awesome, and she taught me a lot. So I've instructed this at AC conference, at national camps, and at Calgary district camps. So this one I took, this is a coffee lid, which I cut the thing off. And so you need scissors, and you need the pokey tool, and so I poked a hole with this fancy, my husband called it a brad holer or something. Anyway, so you poke the hole in the center. So I got this one started, and I did another video, and then I wasn't comfortable because he couldn't see the disc, and I was like, how do I set this up so you can see the disc? So I figured out how to set it up so you can see the disc, so you can see what I'm doing. So this is one that I have set up, and you can see there's a weight here, and the weight holds down the threads. So, but I'm going to start one for you with this thicker wool. And we're going to use 8 strands, but what I did was when I did the strands, I folded them in half so that I have a loop for my strands. So what I'm going to do is take this and make a knot in it so that I have my loops here that will hold that, and I can take the weight off that one and use it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just pull this tight, and then I've got these loops. And so then I'm going to use my tool, and I'm going to, there's another thing to tell you about the cutting. I wing it normally, so with this one, I like cut here, and I cut here, so you cut across from each other, and then you do the same like a clock, like you cut it, the top, the 12 and the 6 and the 3 and the 9, and then you cut in between all of those, and then you cut in between again, and then again and again, and so on. And then you get a disc that has all these little cuts. And I wouldn't cut too far because you don't want it to rip and tear. You can also make this out of cardboard or even fun foam, even like gluing a couple of fun foams together, or you can get them off of Amazon. So I've got the thing, I've got the hole, and I'm going to take my little tool, and I know this wool seems awfully big, and you might want to, if you're younger, you might want the help of an adult with this, because you don't want to hurt yourself. Oh, and you can buy these things on Amazon. It's pretty cool, and then they have all these little bobbin things that are plastic that clip together that you can get too. So I try and get some of the threads, or in this case wool, through the hole, and then I get a hold of them, and then I can hopefully, if I pull hard enough, get the knot through yep, did it. Okay, so the knot is through. Okay, so now we're going to set this up. So I have the knot through, I have this ready so that I could put my weight on it. So then we're going to take our strings, and I'm going to set it up like this one so that I have the colors across from each other. So I'm going to put this right here, and get another blue and put it right here. And then down here a pink, and a pink, and at the top another pink, and a pink, and then across right here a blue and a blue. So now we've got this kind of like patterned across, like, okay, we're gonna say, because north, I live in Ponoka, so north is that way, south is that way, west and east. So you got this divided up, and so now you have your disc ready. So what we're gonna do to start is, I'm gonna grab the weight, I'm just gonna take it off this one and I'll put it onto this one. And I can show you the braid. This one I've been working on. Haven't done it for very long. Let's see, how do I get it up so you can see? Okay, there you go. So that is what I've been doing just recently. So this is like embroidery thread, so that's gonna be really fine. Okay, so this one is all set up. I'll put the weight on here. Okay, got the weight on. And you just want to keep your strings a little bit untangled. So what I'm going to do, so hopefully you can see that. So I'm going to take my right one down and my left one up. And then I'm going to rotate, and I'm going to take my right one down and my left one up. And then you give the tug, little tug right there. And then again, oh, this one looks, I'm gonna untangle that because that was like crooked. So you can see what I'm doing. Right one down and left one up. There we go. And then just give it a little tug and rotate. So I'm rotating to the right. Right? Yes, right. Right one down. Hi, monkey.
Hi.
I'm doing my video.
Yes, I can hear.
Left one up. Okay. Give it a little tug and rotate. This seems really confusing. These two look like they're tangled to me. We want them to be straight. So if you look at this, just to make sure you're doing the right thing, this blue is going across the pink. So it's because you're weaving, you want the pink now to go across the blue. That's going to give you your pattern. And then you're going to do right one down, left one up. And you see the pink is crossing the blue, so then you're going to turn, and now the blue is going to come down. Right one down, left one up, and give it a little tug, and turn. And that's what you do. You just keep going, and it gets to be kind of monotonous. You just want to keep making sure your strings aren't tangled. Right one down, left one up. And give it a little tug and turn. And then right one down, left one up, and give it a little tug and a little turn. And eventually you get to see right one down, left one up. And so then if you wanted to put this down, you could take the right one down, and you could put it down, and you go do whatever you're going to do, and you come back and you know that you brought the right down, and you look down, you got 3 strands here, and you know that the left has to go back up. And give it a little turn. And then your right one's going to come down. And your left one's going to come up. Then if as you're going, things get kind of like not looking as straight as you would like, or they're kind of moving too close together as you get turning them, then what you can do is just move them, because you can move them anywhere in the disc you want. If you want them farther apart or closer together, you just lift them and move them till they're sitting the way you'd like them to look. And turn. Okay. And always you can tell where you need to be and which ones need to come down, because you're always going from the one that's underneath. So I've got the blue over top of the pink, so the pink is going to come down. Right one down, left one up, and turn. And you can see the pink is over top of the blue. So it's right one down, left one up. you give them a tug. I just always kind of straightened out my strands. Sorry, I lifted that too high for you to see it. And then down here, eventually you get to start to see, you see your pattern, but it takes a little while. But then I don't have one that is finished right away, but I can show you this one. So what you would do is when you're done, you're going to pull all those strands off of the thing. In this case, I guess you might be able to see, I braided the top a little bit and then tied a knot in it. But when you pull the strings off the loom, you can just like, see right here, you could just tie that off in a knot, such as this one is the end, and then it's knotted. And then this one, same thing. It came off the loom. I just pulled all the strands together, tied in a knot, pulled it tight, and then you can use it for whatever you'd like to use it for. You could tie it on a bracelet. You could get some little ends from Michael's or something and cap them off and make them look nice and add a bracelet attachment. Or you could use it for a bookmark, or you could use it to tie something you like. But anyway, that's my video, and I really hope you enjoy it. And yes, definitely you can use yarn. You can use stuff like this is just some kind of colored string. It's not embroidery thread, I don't think. I think it's just a kind of string. You could use wool like this one. I really like this pattern, that this wool is kind of chunky, and this one is like, I think it's going to look nice eventually. And the weight can be anything from a dollar store tablecloth thing to a washer and a carabiner, to a multitude of things. So just something just to add a little weight to give you a nice nice finish. And this one was like a little purse that I made out of blue jean material, hand sewed the bottom, and put a handle on it. And there it is. And I put a couple beads on it. Okay, kind of messy. Okay, well thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a lot of fun doing this. And then as you get better, you can add more strands. Like you could go to 12 strands or more. And it's always in pairs of 4s. Like, so you have 4. So if you were going to add more, then you'd add 4 more, another 4 more to make 8, or you'd add another 4 to make 12, and then it makes a much more integrated and thicker design. And so I hope you enjoy this and have a lot of fun on your family day weekend, and thanks very much for watching.